Who? Me? I'm sorry. I was distracted there for a minute. Thank you, Mr. President and colleagues. I support the bill and the amendment, and I want to maybe share my experience serving on the BSDC committee for a moment. And I'll preface my remarks by this comment. It is important that the administration, whoever is in charge of running state government, it happens to be Dave Heineman right now, it is important that the executive branch be good stewards of Medicaid money and that program. Very important. And to look for waste and abuse and needless programming. What we have found, this is responsive to a complaint that we hear a lot. As you might expect, because of my involvement in that committee, I hear from a number of people who complain about the services being cut, diminished, and the way it's done. The way it's done. And let me start by making this observation about families who have a member who is developmentally disabled. Of course, there's a spectrum. There are from the mild to the profound. They come with and without behavioral difficulties, these individuals do. Some of them are really high needs. Some of them are getting along fine in the family and they don't need much. They need some supplementation. Those at the extreme end of the spectrum who have profound disabilities and who have behavioral issues, any one or both, there's no way one person can raise these kids. There's no way one family can take care of them. It will wear them out. And as a consequence, we have a program that's really a social compact. And it basically says, I'll help pay for it, even though I'll never use it. My family will never use it. But if I ever needed it, it would be there. And for the families who need it, they need it really, really desperately, this assistance. And as I've listened to the complaints from these families over the last few years, part of it's that they're getting cut back. Part of it is the way they're being cut back. They get a letter. Sometimes the letter's dated 2 weeks previously. It's like somebody sat on it for 2 weeks and then mailed it out, and it's like you're getting cut off in a week. We shouldn't be treating these people this way. We shouldn't be treating these people this way. They need our help. That's kind of what we do. As a society, what government can do well are the things we can't do by ourselves. I support this bill. I appreciate that Senator Christ will be here in the years to come, as will Senator Campbell and others, to provide the oversight to make sure that these families are taken care of, not because we're sprinkling money around or spending money we don't have, but because we've already made this commitment. We've already made this commitment, and it is an extension of pro-life values. You know, it's one thing to stand up and talk about abortion clinics and the right to life, but this is where the rubber meets the road. Will you take care of these children and their families when they are in need?
1 minute.
They need our help. It's a commitment to the dignity of every individual, these individuals, and I encourage your support of the bill and the amendment.